Portland's defense has been the subject of discussion lately as their conservative scheme to force mid-range jumpers and limit three-pointers has begun to falter. The Blazers are allowing the 6th most mid-range jumpers to opponents and the 27th worst field goal percentage. The Indiana Pacers have a similar defensive strategy with far better execution. Indiana allows the most mid-range jumpers in the NBA while forcing opponents into the 4th worst shooting percentage. The Pacers do two things incredibly well. First, their big men are mobile and active in contesting shots. While they don't run ice on every pick as the Blazers do, as help defenders, their posts aren't anchored in the paint the same way as Portland. On this below-the-arc pick and roll against the Denver Nuggets, Roy Hibbert is playing ice, but is within arm's reach of the screen setter. This allows him to contest the shot as well as slow down any potential drive to the basket. In a similar play for Portland, Robin Lopez is 2 full steps away from the screener, which allows for an open jumper at the elbow as Nicola Batum has trouble fighting over the screen. Perhaps more importantly, the Pacers' wing defenders are adept at fighting through screens while Portland's are not. This has a lot to do with how each team's players play on-ball defense. Indiana guards typically play fairly square to the ball handlers and have excellent anticipation when it comes to screens being set on either side. For the Trailblazers, they tend to shade hard in order to force players out of position. Here, Damian Lillard is trying to push Mike Conley to the sideline off to Robin Lopez. However, his hips are turned so far that when Marc Gasol flips to set a pick on his left shoulder, he's left out of the play entirely. The result is that the Blazers are allowing, rather than forcing, mid-range jumpers for their opponents. They give up one of the worst field goal percentages from that range, and it hasn't been helpful for Portland, whose defense is suspect as they try to make a push into the playoffs. It may be a good idea for Terry Stotts to mix up his vanilla pick-and-roll defense to better contest shots from mid-range. I'm Dane Carbaugh, and thanks for watching this video breakdown.